We made a massive mistake on this job, which led to the customer not only not paying us, but then ignoring our multiple attempts in order to get him to pay us. Now, I need everybody who watches this video's opinion on whether or not it was our fault or if we should pursue further legal action with this homeowner in order to get ourselves paid. I'm going to be breaking down everything that happened, and whatever the consensus is on this video, whatever the comments say, whatever gets the most upvotes is going to be what our next course of action is. So whether that's, go back and knock on his door or TP his house and stick forks in the ground, whatever it is, we're gonna do it. So let me know down below what you guys think, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. First, I need to give a little bit of background on how we got this job and kind of set the stage for you guys. So we were called out to wash the neighbor's property. I haven't posted this video yet, but you guys are gonna see it. We did a driveway and a back patio concrete cleaning. We got this lead off of Google, which is where we get a majority of our leads at these days. If you're not getting leads off of Google, what are you doing? If you need help getting leads off of Google, reach out to me. I'll give you all the secrets. But we washed the neighbor's driveway and back patio. It was large, but we absolutely crushed on it. It was actually priced a little bit higher, to be honest with you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys all about how we priced it and everything in that video. I priced it a little bit higher than I should have, but that's just how it played out. Now, people ask me all the time about pricing. Pricing is a moving target, guys. It's dependent upon a bunch of different factors. Sometimes you win big, like in the case of the neighbor's house. Sometimes you lose big and you underprice or you can't see certain things. So we'll break that down in that video, but it's never going to be perfect with regards to your pricing. But while we were washing that guy's driveway, a neighbor pulled up and spoke with my partner, and he asked, what price would you charge me to wash my driveway? He's the one across the street. He's the video that you guys are watching right now of the concrete driveway being cleaned. My partner said, we could do it for $200. He says, that's a good price. And then my partner gave him a flyer. Okay. This was mistake number one. If you speak with a customer about price, close them on the spot. And if you can't close them, get their information in order to follow up. His next question should have been, so when would you like to get this done? Or we can get this done after this job if you'd like us to do that. Or let me get your number so we can text you over an official estimate. So any of those would have worked in the instance that somebody drives by, sees you doing work, and then wants you to give them a price. Always get their information, guys, because at the end of the day, people think it's a great idea in the moment, but once that moment passes, they'll forget about you, they'll forget the company, they'll forget who was out there, and unless you get that information, you start following up with them, you're not going to be top of mind anymore, they're going to forget about it, and then they'll just end up calling somebody else. So it's incredibly important, close the deal on the spot, or get their information. So we finished up the driveway across the street, and then my partner said, you know what, let's just go ahead and knock it out. The guy said that the price was good, and then what we'll do is we'll just leave a note on the door saying that we're going to do it for $175 since we were already in the neighborhood, and that he could just shoot us a text whenever he gets back, and we can settle up on payment. Now, this is mistake number two, okay? We have no written consent from this guy. Typically, we'll have text exchanges. We do all of our text exchanges within QuoteIQ. We actually implemented something new within QuoteIQ called the Client Hub, which we can do all of our communications in one place, and it has visibility for both myself and my partner, which is a huge benefit because it used to be just all of the communication going through me, and then what I would have to do is send him over everything. I would send him screenshots of text, and then all the communication would have to go through me. Like, he would show up on properties, I would have to message the homeowner. It was just a big mess. So what we did was we took all the client communications, we put them into Client Hub within QuoteIQ, and that way they're all in one place. So typically we'll have at least that text exchange to kind of go off of and say, obviously you consented to your driveway being cleaned. We don't have this in this certain situation. So we only have verbal consent. And when we send out our estimates using QuoteIQ, the person must accept the estimate, and then they must sign it, which is then time and date stamped on the estimate, which gives us everything we need to make it a legally binding agreement. So typical cases, we'll have the text exchange as first, consent. Secondly, we'll have the estimate that's accepted. Thirdly, we'll have the estimate signed, which is signed and date time stamped on the PDF of that estimate. So plenty of proof that the customer consented to it, to which we could use in the event that we needed to take legal action. In this case, we don't have that. All we have is his word. And as you guys will see here in a second, his word doesn't count for much, okay? So if you guys don't have anything in place to protect your business, like what we just talked about, accepting estimates, I highly recommend using QuoteIQ. It'll save your ass in situations like this. You can actually attach terms and conditions, so whenever they do hit that accept button, they're accepting all of your terms and conditions, which then you have your payment terms in there, which, maybe if they are late or if they pay after 30 days, there's fines and fees and things of that nature, which you can put in place in order to avoid people not paying or in order to discourage it. So anyway, if you guys want to check out CodeIQ, I'll leave it first link in the comment section description. But we ultimately put ourselves in a position to be taken advantage of on this job by not covering ourselves. So we go ahead and wash it. As you guys can see right now, we leave a note on the door saying that, we're doing it for a discounted rate because we knocked it out after that previous job, and we hear nothing back. Basically, we did this on a Saturday. I thought for sure maybe by Monday we would hear something back, and I'm like, hey, didn't hear anything back. Now, one win that we did have from this entire situation is another guy stopped while we were doing this driveway, and he said, hey, can you do mine? Which we did this one correctly. We quoted it while he was there. We got his information while he was there, and we closed it while he was there. We knocked that one out for $175 after this one, which ultimately meant that that job that we did pretty much for free at this point led to more money, which is a good thing. But we then sent an invoice to this address about a week later, and we still have had no response. So we left a note, no response. We sent an invoice through the mail, no response. Next course of action could probably be going to the house. I don't think there's a lot of standing here for like legal precedent. If you guys think so, let me know down below. What do you guys think, though? Should we try to fight for the money on this one? Or do we basically just screw up and, we need to kind of take our losses or whatever the case may be, take it as a learning experience? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. Like I said, the consensus in the comment section will determine what we do next, and I'll bring the camera along. You know what I mean? So if you guys put something fun in there, who knows? Maybe we'll go and we'll have a good time at this customer's property. Ultimately, though, if you get stopped, you need to close the deal there or get the customer's information, and never do a job without having written consent or any type of signature in place to make it a legally binding agreement. So if you made it this far, comment down below, got him, because that's what we feel like right now. We feel like that meme where he's like, ha, got him. Anyway, my name is Justin. That's Forever Self-Employed. Until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.